This week's video is a personal one. It's one where I want to share with you my story and how it has helped transform who I am today. I believe that we go through our life with one or two, maybe three big trigger items. And these emotions, these items, hello buddy, that we get triggered by show up in our life repetitively until we can really break through them, transcend them, and eliminate them from our life. For me, some of my big trigger ones have been the emotions of guilt and shame. Guilt and shame, and it's still, they still plague me. I can watch myself when I'm going down that parent trap of feeling guilty for just being a parent, which I know I'm not alone. But it finds its slippery way. The ego loves to find its slippery way into how I can get triggered into all situations. But having that extractment, or having the power to see through that and to have that meditative state to watch my thoughts, which are not correct, but they're what I have shaped myself to be in that regard, if that makes sense. I can then eliminate them and recognize that this is an old pattern that has come up for me to work on and disintegrate. So, where did I get guilt and shame from? As a young kid, I had an experience of being in a sexually abusive episode. This caused a ricochet of years of my whole life really forming this belief and feeling this intense sense that I should be guilty and that I should feel shame. Because when we are from 0 till 8, which are these fundamental years of our life, in Ayurveda we see them as these formation years that are shaping us, and we can't actually determine our prakruti until about 7 or 8. So we pick up from our society, from our parents, from everything, how to react, how to be as a human being within the environment that you are in. So what happens to you in those years can be quite fundamental. Not to say that we are ever damaged, but it is to say that this is where we could have picked up triggers and reactions from that we notice ourselves doing on a daily basis, and we want to change. So this had happened, and from there I formed that belief, and I was on an energetic vibration that was superbly low. Not to say that I stayed in this. It didn't affect me to that degree whatsoever, but it was a deeply subconscious belief that was in me that I wasn't aware of until I was in my adult years. What happened with that is that I attracted, because guilt and shame are literally on the bottom of the energetic vibration of emotions, enlightened being the very top. Anger's even in the middle. It's guilt and shame that are at the very bottom, so they're the worst ones to get, in a sense. I attracted these abusive relationships in my early 20s because that's what I was, one, familiar with, and two, energetically, that's what I felt deserving of. Through that as well, there was a codependency. I needed other people's acceptance and love to feel like I was enough. But the beautiful thing is that none of my experiences I ever see as being negative. I only see them as profound experiences. And this comes from deep work and deep meditation and understanding that we go beyond this body, that we are so much more than, and that we are only here to experience the totality of emotions and live this effervescent life if we just allow ourselves to be who we truly are and take off all of this shit from our past that we like to drag into the present moment. So that is a piece of me that once was, that no longer is, and because the past is non-existent to me now in this moment, I can I hate saying this word because I can never say it. Differentiate. You know the one I mean. I can not let it consume me and break it down for what it was. And it's not to make light of the situation, but it's to realize that it's not going to shape me anymore, and it's not going to own me, and that I forgive wholeheartedly. And it's not to say that if you've been in a situation similar or worse, which often is the case, it is up to you and your timing to work through that, but knowing that we can transcend that, and that being in this state of now, which is what I practice and preach, is what helps wash it away. So this wasn't really a tooly video as much as more of a sharing of who I am. A little bit, tiny little bit of who I am. So if you resonate with anything or have any, or would like to just say a few words that aren't mean, you can. I'd love to hear from you. You can post them down below. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and have a beautiful week. Stay in this moment, because that's all there is.